DJ keeps the party going. Brandon E brings the heat. We don't know how to speak. Running wild on you, brother. We're over the top. Rocking it back to the vintage scene. Thursdays at 7 p.m. Central. With epic thumbnails from the vids. It's a must-see. Gonna bring you the best. Legends you remember from the ring and silver screen. We're over the top. Get ready for a good time.
Bow! What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Chad Arms, a.k.a. Chatty Bobby. 11:30.
Little shimmy of the head there.
Little shimmy shanga.
Hello, my name is Tony, a.k.a. Friday the 14th.
What's going on, everyone? I'm Hot Mike Chance.
And we got him back for a third week in a row. This
Back-
is
The
huge.
hat trick.
Back by popular demand.
Exactly. By all of you.
Y'all are polling.
We got the man Jeff McCool back in studio with us
Jeff
once again.
McCool, baby. Marcus and Craig in the building, son. Jeff McCool in the building. We're here to talk. This is a wrestling one.
Yes.
We've had a movie one with our buddy Jeff. We had a snack one last week for Thanksgiving. Salute to everybody that checked that one out. Hope y'all had a good holiday.
Yes, thank y'all.
And we're rolling into the first episode of December.
Yes.
And what better way to kick off December than talk about shitty wrestling?
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
That's a great start.
Y'all putting me under the gun right out the gate, dog. I got to watch my mouth on so many levels.
No,
right
man,
now.
just let it roll. I noticed that when I was going through my Rolodex, Hogan and WCW was a popular thing on my shit.
Yeah, there was a lot. There was a lot of bad stuff. So we're going to talk about matches that we just didn't like, and we'll probably throw in some wrestlers as well, just some just our thoughts. And again, it's all in good fun.
Yeah.
This is just the wrestling characters we watch, just like we talked about the actors and actresses. It's ridiculous we even have to say this before, but people take things personally. When we're just talking about, it's just all in good fun, man. It's his characters we're talking
Characters. That's the thing.
Characters.
We're just having fun, shooting the shit, talking shit.
Yeah. So and Jeff's been. So do you want to kind of give a backstory of your fandom, like for wrestling, like when it started?
Like,
or?
we grew up watching it, grandparents and the whole nine. Me and my sister used to run around at 7 years old trying to put the figure four on me and shit. Like
Yeah.
I always been around it, and then to see where things ended up. But now we grew up watching the old Florida South wrestling, Gordon Soley, the whole nine, when Dusty was running his territories down south. And yeah, man, we've been fans from day one, and to see.
You've seen a lot of good wrestlers come up through that
dude,
territory
yeah,
and everything.
see,
Well, then to see where your sisters went.
Yeah, that's crazy. I
Yeah.
can vividly remember though.
Hall of Famer at that.
Your
Your sister is a Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
and
it's
everything.
crazy.
Tell them who your sister is.
Michelle. I don't give her no credit. It's awesome, man. Michelle McCool.
Shout out to
Hall of
Michelle,
Famer.
man.
Yep.
Hall of
Yeah,
Famer,
we went
man.
out there back in Vegas back in I guess it was March for her, and it was super cool.
That's awesome.
I was living vicariously through Jeff, and he was sending me videos, and like pics, and like, man, this is crazy. Look where we're at. And he was just like, man, it's
Whoa.
good.
Oh,
Then you
turn it down.
on the way there, you sent me some clip of some homeless person fingering their own butt.
What?
I was like, hell yeah.
Vegas Strip, baby.
he said
I
he was pulling a
touched
Marilyn Manson on
I don't know what was going on.
You can hear my mom in the background. Don't post that. I'm just sending it to my boy. He was like laying in traffic, hand up his ass.
It was no fucks. Well, a finger fuck was given. No real.
It was terrible. But
Wow.
no, we watched it growing up all through forever. And the Monday Night Wars, like,
Oh, yeah.
that was when I was in college.
Yeah.
So, dude, I mean, it was a party every Monday night, bro. It was house to house, dorm to dorm. It was like, who's watching you?
Yeah.
We had two TVs,
Oh yeah.
so
Now, did you-
we could have them both on.
Were you more of a WWF fan over WCW, or were you
At the time, I think WCW was more watchable.
Yeah.
Because WWF at the time to me was it was more character.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was more.
Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, they had a
Not as
cartoon.
much
They had a cartoon
wrestling,
and everything.
yeah.
You know? But there were characters from both that I really dug. You know, what I mean, you couldn't not like Andre as a kid. It was just bigger than life. That whole thing.
Exactly.
But that WCW run there for a little bit with the. I don't know. It was a toss up
Right.
basically.
It was just kind of preference.
Well, that's how when you're talking about the two TVs. Of course, you had. I was looking at. I had a TV in my room, but the living room TV would be on one of the Monday night, and then
Back and forth.
just back and forth
Yep.
between commercials.
Yeah.
They were competing for sure.
It was that was a fun era too, and then watching the Attitude Era come in, that was, I mean, for me personally, that was the best time of wrestling. Dude, they just didn't. It was wild.
It changed that whole time. Changed wrestling.
1998, 98, 99, and 2000 were a wild 3 years in general.
Oh yeah,
In the world, just everything was risque. It was the era of Jerry Springer, Howard Stern, the Attitude Era.
Y2K.
Watching like
Girls-
all that shit.
Girls
It
Gone
was like-
Wild.
I think
Girls Gone
Girls
Wild.
Gone Wild. I think
yeah.
all of it was because everybody thought the world was going to not exist in
Yeah.
2000.
Yeah.
That
So everybody
it.
was just getting it in.
Dude.
Little Femme Nikita was popular right after Raw,
Yeah.
or whatever.
Silk
it was.
stockings.
Silk stockings.
Mae Young had a kid at 70. Like, this shit was
Yeah.
wild, bro.
It was.
Dude, how about her
hands.
going through tables and shit? She was like 70 going through tables, bro.
Watching Bubba Ray Dudley power bomb her through a table off of the ramp though.
Yeah, not just that. It's insane.
Crazy.
R.I.P. Mae Young and
Dog,
shout out to her.
hey, that run, and you had to have pay-per-view, and you had to have somebody that had to hook up with a box. But
Yep.
then when ECW first came out too, some of that shit Sabu and them were doing, and New Jack, bro.
Yeah.
Yep.
R.I.P. New Jack. Yeah.
Chances are residential ECW.
Oh, yeah.
junkie.
I was a big ECW fan too.
We
man.
gotta get an ECW episode in.
Because you
We can,
really
bro. We
thought
can.
you had a chance of. Because remember when you used to have that dude that you could go down to the local video store and rent Phases of Death?
Oh yeah. Oh,
You
yeah.
thought you was going to catch that on ECW at some point.
Yeah.
You know?
Facts,
It was
bro. And
nuts,
and
dude.
what's wild to see how everything's. And we're fixing to get into the episode. This is just kind of getting.
Yeah.
I want to kind of bring everybody up to date as far as with Jeff and like his love for wrestling and stuff. But like the Faces of Death stuff he was talking about.
Oh
Right?
yeah.
You literally scroll your Instagram feed and see
It's
that.
that, yeah.
It's like, oh, somebody
wild.
just got a horrible situation happened at a gas station in
Yeah.
Mississippi, and you scroll by and you see God knows what else. But like, it's just wild that
It's
you have
so
to go.
readily
That's
available.
where we
Faces of
are
Death,
now.
Everybody's just desensitized, man. As sad as that is,
It
but-
is. It's nuts.
Well, we've come back like that with movies now and everything too.
Yeah, it's
so-
crazy how it's changed. But yeah, those Faces of Death were just.
That was crazy getting those back. I remember my
Watching
cousin
a
getting.
politician pull the gun out.
Oh
of
yeah,
it
that was
and
still
then
the
Yeah.
most gangster one.
Yeah.
that one.
I remember my cousin bringing
Oh,
over
God.
the VHS tape and be like, "Dude, we have to watch
That
this."
one and Homeboy that was parachuted into the alligator pit. Like,
Yep.
as
Yep.
he's coming down, he's like holding his legs up like he ain't going.
Yeah, you're fucked.
You're going to end up there.
Yeah, you're done.
That was terrible. But
Yeah.
you really felt like you was going to see some wild something happen on ECW, man. It was crazy at the beginning.
Thought you were gonna see some
Sandman and shit.
titties?
That was one of my favorite. That was one of my favorite times of ever being in the crowd. One time we were sitting there, we had no clue, and Sandman came out of his entrance right there, and starts cutting beers, getting all over me and shit. I'm.
That's got to be sick.
Same
It was
here.
it was wild.
Right down on me.
Yeah, it is, right here.
So let's talk. Let's go ahead and y'all start it off, man. We're gonna talk about like what
Just matches that are just
we just didn't shitty matches.
I'll throw a shitty match right from the get go right here from 1998 Halloween Havoc.
Yep.
Hulk Hogan versus the Ultimate Warrior. The whole build up to this match was garbage with the whole mirror thing, where he sees Warrior in the mirror, and then the match itself was just
so bad.
bad. And
I
then-
just never liked I had a cousin that was a big fan. I never liked his character. Period.
His Warrior.
just run around and then just gas out and be done with.
Yeah, his
like,
matches were never.
I know, yeah, he wasn't like.
He wasn't. No, yeah. It
But that was the era of you had to look like that.
bigger than life character.
Yeah,
Bigger,
just
bigger than
big
life
Jack,
character.
then the whole nine. But yeah, his
That
most of his
WCW run
matches
for him
were-
was terrible. I think that's what one of two matches that he had in WCW.
Yeah.
Is that the whole Fireball incident where Hogan completely
Botch City.
just. I mean, Hogan was. Hogan's going to catch some from me in this in WCW because there's some bad
There's
matches.
some bad ones. There's some bad ones. Yeah,
But that's-
that was a stinker for sure, though, because they were both towards. That was at the end of Warrior's wrestling career, pretty much.
Yeah.
and should have been the end of Hogan's, but he had some good matches in WWE when he went back.
Yeah,
but
but other people carried him.
for the most part, that whole thing they were trying to relive the magic from WWE 8 years previous, and it just wasn't.
It
happening.
just didn't hit it all.
Same thing they did with Piper.
Yeah.
I think.
Piper and Hogan.
Yep.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
And then one that I have is more recent. It's from WrestleMania 40, Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso.
That's exactly
Man,
on my list, too.
and I love both of the
Yeah.
Usos. Always have loved them as a tag team and as singles wrestlers. And I don't care. I don't watch product near as much now as I used to, but I did watch that, and I was thinking that was going to be such a dope match,
me too.
and it just didn't hit.
Fly around, yeah. Sometimes it's weird like that.
The chemistry, maybe them going against each other. Maybe.
Super kicks. Every other
Yeah.
move was a super kick.
They probably have a similar move set. Like as singles, they have a similar move set, so it's like they just
kind
had
of
to
mirror match it.
I'm telling you, Jay is falling hard right now. Jay is just he's
fans just jumped up. See, that's the thing. It's crazy. Like I don't follow the current product.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, I had a good 35-year run with it. I'll still watch Mania every year just because it's such a.
That's pretty much what I'm. I watch Rumble.
And I like the Rumble too. Because it's always fun.
you never know what's going to happen.
I didn't even. Yeah, like what 3 years ago, I had no clue. My dad texted me. He's like, "You watching the Rumble?" I was like, "No, I didn't get it." And I said, "Well, you might want to get it." I didn't know Michelle came out of the crowd. She was like, what? And they gave her like 10 minutes, and she went in there and started mopping people. I was like, "Oh shit! Hey, let's go, Uggs and all, sweatpants just from the front row." But I was like,
awesome.
"Yeah,
That's
it
so
was
sick.
dope."
That's got to be like a surreal feeling.
Is.
Seeing your
was
sister going
wild,
out there in
dude.
such a huge moment like that.
Yeah, that was nuts. I mean, obviously I'm partial, but I wouldn't call it it was kind of a bad match because of many reasons. So I was ringside in New Orleans when the streak got broken.
Oh wow!
And it was, dude, it was so deafening wild in this.
Oh,
arena
yeah.
when it happened.
I remember.
But a lot of people don't know that, Mark was concussed
Bad.
early.
Mm-hmm.
And
Wasn't it like the first
it was,
3
Yeah.
minutes
bro,
of the match?
he said he's watched it many times and still can't figure out when it was. And no recollection of anything. But, the match was, he wasn't there. He was checked out.
That just shows you how good of a performer he is.
That-
to go
But what
keep
got,
going.
dude, it was so scary because as soon as the pin, they pinned him, lights go out, and my sister jumped the guardrail and just sprinted to the back. Like she knew something was in it, but they didn't know it was that. I mean, it was bad.
Yeah.
And but credit to them because you know how everything leaks these days,
Yeah.
dude. Afterwards, me and Bray were pretty good friends. Which was wild how that happened.
You and who? Sorry.
Bray.
Oh, Bray Wyatt.
really?
When-
That was sick.
So he was using one of our old Moccasin Creek songs back when he was in NXT.
When he was Husky Harry?
Yeah, when he was Husky, he came out
Really?
kicking ass and taking names. So,
That's sick.
me and Daphne, we were sitting in the lobby. It was WrestleMania at New Orleans before that one. And he walks up to me. He's like, "Hey man, are you Moccasin Creek?" And I was like, "Yeah." Well, he was nobody. Introduced himself, told me what he was doing, and blah blah blah. And next thing you know, like seeing him progress and get to that character, kind of like Mark. It was just so cool to see all
Yeah,
that.
the progression of the
But
whole
after that match, it was so quiet in the locker room. Everything like people like him afterwards were coming up. Did you know who's going? Well, why would I know? Like, why would they tell me? I put that shit on the internet and start gambling. Like, I'm taking bets, bro. Like nobody expected it.
Betting on me.
How deafening was that arena when that happening? With that,
It was well, first off, back to Hogan. He came out at that actual WrestleMania.
called it the Silverdome.
Yeah.
This is WrestleMania, dog. Like,
Called it the fucking Silverdome.
Classic Hogan.
it was
That,
wild.
wasn't that Stone Cold is like, no, it's a Superdome, dummy.
Bro, you couldn't. There were grown men in tears.
Yeah.
Like it was.
I mean, you have that iconic shot of the one guy just sitting there and just.
It was crazy. But again, yeah, like I was mind blown. I didn't know. And from what I understand, Michelle, Mark, Vince, referee, Brock, and I think she told my dad like right before it happened.
Heyman,
That
I'm
was
sure
it.
knew, right?
Yeah.
I probably. Yeah, I think Heyman did too. But
And Heyman selling that ending is what
yeah.
is just
Heyman.
because it's such
He's-
it's an
he's
iconic
great,
moment.
dude. He's
so good.
great.
I mean that moment will never be touched.
No,
that record will never be touched.
And,
again.
and I always say it's my least favorite because I still don't get it, but that's why I respect him so much too because he's always said, that's what boss wanted, and he's always been good to me. So
He's
if
always
he thought
put
that
the
was
business
right.
first.
It's business first. So that was super cool. But yeah, man, when that happened, dude. I've never been in an arena that big with that many people and have something that quiet. Like,
That's
it was
crazy.
eerie.
And it's wrestling that does that.
Yeah,
On the
right.
crowd.
Yeah,
It's people want to knock it, but wrestling has that kind of impact where it can silence 80,000 people were in that arena
and just explode too. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you ever had the chance, if you want to see some of the wildest shit you've ever seen, go to a WrestleMania.
Yeah, that's on the bucket
That's
list.
a different,
Especially
that's
in,
a different type of
in
fan.
Louisiana.
Well, there's
Is that where it was at?
Yeah, that one was in New
Yeah,
Orleans. There were
last
two in
year
New
was in
Orleans,
Vegas.
but
This
I
year's
think
in-
they're doing them all in Vegas now
I think there's
because it's become a week-long event.
yeah.
You know,
I don't think Nashville's ever going to get one now.
no, they might catch a big pay-per-view.
Yeah, I don't think we'll ever
We
get a
got
WrestleMania.
We got a
now.
SummerSlam already.
Yeah, we got a
Yeah,
SummerSlam. Even with the new
Rumble
with
or
the new
something.
stadium, I don't think we'll get a Mania now.
People would be mind, especially in what we do for our job. If you go like Mania and the production,
Oh, that's what's.
bro, the snakes and the wires in there, they're bigger than this room. It's insane.
And now with it being a two-day event and everything,
it's even more than that now with all the
parties
cons and the it's
and then you have
crazy.
NXT. It's pretty much you have wrestling all week,
day,
all week.
day long, all week long. Yeah, it's
Even with the smaller promotions coming in, there's events going on.
So funny story about that was what my dad got my cousin Jenny for her birthday, WrestleMania 1. There was no such thing as pay-per-view back then. We had to go to the Jacksonville Coliseum and they did closed circuits on a big screen, and we watched WrestleMania
crazy.
1
That's
live
crazy.
in
You went to one of
Jacksonville.
that's
Yeah,
wild.
yeah,
that is
was
a cool story though about
was wild.
WrestleMania 30.
Really
though.
cool. And I like that too. I would say, as far as shitty matches, I mean, Goldberg's been in a lot of them.
Yes.
I mean, he almost
He almost
hurt Mark then.
He almost killed Mark.
Undertaker. Sorry,
That was a bad match for all. Well, what was the one with him and Shawn and Triple H? I think all came back and they talk about it publicly about it just didn't click the way you would
But
think.
those two matches with Shawn.
The one with which one was that? That was
24 and 25.
Yep.
Or no, 25 and 26 or something like that.
Oh.
And then he did the two with Triple H.
That's got to be top 2-3 Mania matches ever.
Yeah.
That finish with him and Shawn with the about 11 chain super kicks.
Well, that just shows
27
how good
tombstones.
both of them were. It didn't matter, because the size difference on them two is
Yeah, it was
astronomical. But they just worked so well together.
Yeah.
And that's the thing
25
about the
it was
Undertaker.
25 and
He could work with anybody, big, small. I mean, it's just you put and just. But I do have one of his matches as the WrestleMania 9 against the Giant
Gonzalez. Yeah,
It was not Taker's fault in that match.
I talk about
But that match, Giant Gonzalez was so bad. And WrestleMania 9.
I couldn't imagine being around him so much and me having to do this to him and that iconic picture of him looking up.
Yeah.
Like, that dude was so big.
But that is one of my
was.
favorite Taker entrances, though. I love that WrestleMania where he comes in on the carriage and the crow. And
Bro, that was at
dope.
Caesar's Palace, right?
Yeah, that was outside.
That whole thing was when it first started being real cinematic and
Yep.
shit, dude. Like, oh man,
But
that was his third WrestleMania match because it was at 6. Or no, was
Snuka, he started with Snuka.
which would have been 7.
Yeah.
And then because 8 was Jake.
Yeah. And then
And
9.
9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Snuka,
Yeah.
he was.
He turned
You seen his dark side of the ring is kind of
rough. What else y'all got?
Those dark side of the rings are wild,
Favorite,
bro.
man. Yeah, they're my favorite.
Dude, the plane ride from hell.
That's,
Listening to that shit firsthand,
I can't
they
imagine.
left some stuff out too. That's what, I
bet.
those docs are wild.
Yeah, going back to that documentary they did around WrestleMania 30 with Taker over the 2 years of
Yeah, man, I didn't even know that was going on.
such a good documentary.
I was out there for Thanksgiving or something, or holiday, whatever, and I'd seen they were doing a lot of interviewing and camera type stuff, and they kept that pretty quiet.
Yeah.
And it was so cool being close with the family that I didn't know. Like, I struggled the same thing with music. Like, what do you do when you get done? Like, obviously he's on a completely different level.
Yeah.
but
Still,
it just shows that there's a human side to, like, man, I've done it. Like, when do I go out? Like, when do I thought they did a great job of putting it together.
Oh, it's one of my favorite documentaries.
It
The
was-
network is that and the Bray Wyatt documentary are
yeah.
two of my favorite things put out.
Yeah.
Especially network wise. You got another match?
This kind of ties back into what we were talking about with the streak ending. But Brock Lesnar and John Cena at SummerSlam 2014, where Brock Lesnar just come and just squash John Cena.
Oh, and he just German suplex?
Yeah, but John Cena said that he did that because they did it like that because it wouldn't make sense for it was kind of out of respect to the Undertaker because he didn't want to have like a close match with him after he done ended the streak, so they wanted to try to keep building them and make so whenever
that just
from
shows
that
the difference in John Cena and Hulk Hogan.
from that concept is good, but from just a match standpoint,
I get it.
Yeah.
It was just the same thing.
But
for
for
10 minutes.
super diehards, that would make sense. Like, oh yeah, this dude is a beast.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, it just goes back to showing like how goat of a John Cena is. He's
dude. He was for sure.
just the ultimate.
he's for the business also.
Yeah, he's straight. He's so much like it's all about for what's best for the business.
Yeah, it's cool. You know what's neat is seeing a lot of the younger, or I'd say younger, but the ones that are involved now, they've seen so much. That's what's cool about this podcast era and whatnot. They understand how important it is to put the business like these. You don't. It's the same thing with all sports almost. You don't see near as many people out in the clubs at night and this, that, because they're taking care of themselves. They're protecting this brand. They do that. Like back in the 90s, I mean, Michael Irvin, to the wrestlers, to whatever.
They don't have these to worry about. Right. They didn't have cell phones.
I mean, you still got your few incidents every year.
But it's not as prominent as it was back in the day.
That was the wild, wild west, bro. They were running crazy.
But what's your are you a Cena fan?
Yeah, dude. I honestly like the old Thugonomics days. The freestyles were hilarious, bro. Like,
he was cold, bro. He was cold.
He was great with it.
He's just so talented of a human being, just of what all he can do and everything.
He's a hell of a dude. Ricky Stanicki's one of my dude. That's a.
I'm telling you, he's gonna be a better actor than The Rock. I mean, he may not.
He's funny in blockers too.
Oh yeah, he's been good. I mean,
the Amy Poehler.
That whole era, right? You had Rock, Stone Cold, and him. Saying you couldn't touch in the mic. They were the kings of them, and I mean, a couple of commentators were pretty.
The Cena, the whole incident when Cena had The Rock fumbling over words in a promo. That's when you're on. When you have The Rock fumbling over a promo. That's you're pretty damn good there.
Yeah, thanks. I got a random one that's really bad. It's the one, whatever that match was, where Vince Russo was in there and David was it when David Arquette won the championship and he got speared. And
that WCW. That was
what was it like the big tall? What was that? What did they call it? It was like that big ass fucking stupid ass cage.
What was it from the Ready to Rumble cage?
Oh yeah.
It was the
Punjabi match.
Jeff Jarrett was in that match too, wasn't he?
I think so. Booker T.
Yeah.
I tell you, one of the other bad ones was when who was it just beat the shit out of JR in a match when JR was like 60. Oh, you remember that?
Oh my God, who was that?
I mean, it was, it was. Oh man,
one that we'll have to come back. The chances on the Google machine.
A lot of that stuff too.
I think it was Triple H.
It might have been. I can't remember.
Raw.
I'd have to guess. I'd like to ask this firsthand though.
Yeah.
But it seems like a lot of those matches sometimes. You got to remember, man, these cats are on the road 300 days a year. Sometimes you might have 10, 12, 15 people that have like legit injuries that can't go out and work that night. So how do we fill this space?
Fill in this time.
And I don't know if that was one of those times or not, but that one was bad.
Yeah, that was bad.
That was rough.
The lead up to this one was phenomenal, but the ending result match was just a total letdown, and that's Hogan versus Sting from Starrcade '97. Mm-hmm. The whole year and a half build up with Sting up in the rafters, and then you come out for that championship match and just was an absolute dud.
Yeah, and then
the build up was way better than the match was.
100%. The whole, and that was again. I think that
it was Hogan.
It was Hogan not wanting to give Sting what he needed to give Sting. It was all that.
Yeah.
And again, this is R.I.P. Terry Bollea. This is
Hulk Hogan
character,
especially Hulk Hogan WCW, where it's not going to work for me, brother.
Well, you tie that into the WCW pay per view where he laid down and Jeff Jarrett. Same with Kevin Nash.
Yep.
Yeah, the Poke of Doom. You can kind of put all those together in the same ordeal because or WCW had a lot of ones like that. Then the way that they ended Goldberg's streak by tasing him and for Kevin Nash to win the title and then drop it to Hogan by just the finger. It just was so stupid.
The Giants debut with a big monster truck rally on top of a roof,
and they
where
thought he died.
He gets pushed off the roof, but yet comes back.
One of the foulest matches ever was that slop bucket match with the
that was the
Godwins and all that.
Like, especially when you watch these
the one with Triple H.
When you hear the shooters talk about what was really
what
in the
they
bucket.
was putting in them buckets and putting on Sonny, everything you can think of, and then
butt slop. It was everything but slop.
It was butt slop. There may have been some butt slop in there. Shout out Sean Waltman.
Another one that we covered not too long ago, the Chamber of Horrors match.
Yeah.
When Abdullah got electrocuted, do you remember that one? 90?
91. So Halloween Havoc went 91.
I tell you another. I never saw a match that I cared for with Viscera in it.
Oh,
ever.
or Mabel.
Viscera, Mabel. R.I.P. to Oscar.
Yeah.
He just passed away, man.
He was such a big dude, man.
Do you remember the
Viscera,
Yokozuna Mabel match? Or the Yokozuna Viscera? Or was it was either Mabel or Viscera, but that was just...
He was tolerable when he was in the stable of who was that he was with?
Oh, the Taker. Was you talking about Taker when he was?
Yeah, when he was on
he just had the garbage. He was just wearing the big trash bag.
Isn't it weird though too how like some guys just they just can never find it. Well, I saw y'all were talking about the dentist gimmick.
Isaac Yankem.
It's weird how it takes some people that long to just find the thing that works. And
he was the Christmas creature. In independent, Glenn Jacobs was.
In Cornette's territory, he was Unabomb or something.
Yeah.
He seemed like he kind of had a cool character there.
I got another fun fact about wrestling and growing up is that I grew up playing against, and we were on a lot of all-star teams together, Titus O'Neil.
Oh,
I grew up with Thad and I
he played at
graduated
Florida,
together.
too.
Yeah, and he was a hell of an athlete.
how badass
man.
was he as that?
Oh, he did. He was one of the nastiest defensive ends in the country. He was good. Yeah, he was.
He looks like he could still go
I
out
don't
there.
know
and
if y'all
play right
remember
now.
Sick Boy from Ravens Flock.
Yeah.
He was a tight end at University of Cincinnati. He was there a couple years before I got there.
Really?
But a lot of these guys,
dude.
Oh, dude, this is crazy, man. So another one I forgot. We were at practice one day, and in Cincinnati, somebody came down and told John Harbaugh, kind of whispered something to him, and Harbaugh just started crying. Him and Pillman were college roommates. So yeah, and when he got the news that Pillman had passed, I was like, "What's he?" And I mean, that was another. There were a lot of ex-athletes that actually made it work. That some of them that tried to get into it.
Yeah,
Wasn't Pillman like? Didn't he try out for the Bengals? Or
Oh
something?
yeah. He was a stud. He played at Miami, Ohio. He was a
he played
good athlete.
linebacker.
And he shattered that ankle.
Yeah, done. Yeah, there were a lot of them, man. And then you had a lot of well, I guess you got Shamrock had some success. Blackman, there you had. And, well, I guess Brock went from wrestling to UFC, but it's hard for those people to come into that world and adjust, in my opinion.
Yeah,
because it's completely different than what. You're thinking.
Well, especially like going back to Taker and stuff, where his grooming was wrestling for nothing in matches in front of nobody in the territory days, where a lot of these athletes just they go straight to the training facility down there, and they're getting in instant grooming and everything. Where
they didn't have all that back in the day.
You had to work. You had to actually be bad in matches to figure out what was good.
What was good, yeah,
and everything.
Facts.
Y'all got a couple more?
I got one.
Go with it.
The Doomsday Cage match with Hogan and Savage versus the Alliance to end Hulkamania at Uncensored 1996.
Oh God, that was
what made it so bad.
It was just
atrocious.
You know,
of a match.
just,
It was
like
Hogan with WCW.
Yep, yeah, and that he had to go through the whole cage and wrestle like I think Zeus Zeus was there and like the Taskmaster. It was basically against the Dungeon of Doom.
Games for wrestling.
The Wish version of Squid Game.
Yeah, I do remember that whole thing. Yeah, man.
Well, I'll throw one that was probably the most disappointing match ever. Is the Lesnar and Goldberg match from WrestleMania 20.
Yeah, that was.
They were both checking out. They were getting. I mean, they were literally. That's always the one I think of off the top of my head.
Yeah,
they were getting booed out of the building there, man, and that was such a dope WrestleMania. There were so many good matches on that card.
Yeah.
but that one was one that should have been.
Dude, I gotta find
just
it.
wasn't.
I gotta find it and send it to you so you'll start following them. There's a cat now on Instagram, acoustic guitar player, that sings songs to JR's commentary. And it was the Hell in a Cell match I was watching the other day. It's like, oh my God, he's broken in half. He's broken in half. And he does it word for word, like the whole script. It's fantastic.
Oh,
man.
I need to see that.
Going back to documentaries again, when they did that sit down with Mick Foley and Taker for going back and watching the Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah, that was
Dude,
cool.
That
I
was
just watched the dark side of that one. Of course, it was really just a Mick Foley episode, but they were talking about that one and
that's
talking about
still
how
crazy.
nobody knew. I mean, that was crazy.
Yeah, that was
and then
nuts.
Taker's ankle was like broken or something.
Yeah.
or something.
They were just.
It's a different breed of
wounded. Yeah, that's
different breed of human beings. Is
right.
Well,
Yeah,
he said
they're
when
they're
they
special.
talk about how when mankind comes back, and he was chokeslamming, he said they were wanting it to just slowly give, and then it just gave.
Yeah.
I mean, and then the chair hit him once he hit the ground, and
It was-
well, you can see
Taker-
like the bindings of the cage like loosening while Taker's walking around.
Yeah, just
Because I mean, he's a
popping.
300-pound plus dude walking.
crazy.
because they said something about Taker was saying something to Terry Funk down there, like check and see if he's alive or check
Yeah.
and see if he's breathing.
Yeah.
nuts.
It's like
And
the
if
way
you
he
got to
felt.
say that to Terry Funk, like, you know,
Well, you
shit's
can
wild
see
in
see the
itself.
concern on Terry Funk's face during that when he's running down there.
I love Terry Funk back in the day. I
Shout out over the top.
Yeah, and Roadhouse.
Yes.
Roadhouse. Roadhouse. But yeah, dude, that was. That
Who's
shit was so
probably one of
insane.
the coolest guys that you've come across with getting to meet some?
Most of them are super cool.
Really?
Yeah, the majority of them have always been really cool. Obviously, I mean, the Husk, Wyndham, Bray, whatever thing,
Yeah.
that was cool just to watch his progression. What was so cool about him is that it was 6-7 months before I knew who his daddy was. He didn't say anything, but
Mike Rotunda.
He knew he worked
Yeah.
his way. Worked his way up the way.
Him and his brother
he's
both.
going
Him,
through
and,
it.
him and his brother both.
Yeah,
He's going through it health wise right now too.
yeah. They literally say he's just broken heart, dude.
Yeah.
It's terrible, man. But nah, they're all cool. They know it's true, so I'll go ahead and tell you. So, I had a moonshine sponsor for Moccasin Creek for a lot of years, and I used to take it everywhere. And one of the after parties at Mania, I had some I was passing around this, that, and other. So the year New Orleans, not the street one, but like 2010 or 12-ish, I get a call, hey, bring a lot of it because Vicky wanted some. And like there's a lot of people there. That's the only time of the year they get to really have this party.
Yeah.
So, bro, I show up at this hotel that I shouldn't be staying in. You know? And, anytime a bellhop walks out, I'm like, all right, he's pulling their stuff out. And I was like, I got that bag. He said, no, I got it, sir. And he pulls it out, clank, 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 clank. I was like, dude. Anyway, so, yeah, I took like, I want to say like 14 or 18 gallons. Came
Yes.
back with none.
Yes.
It was crazy.
Yes.
Who got the most turned up? Can you say?
Nah,
Everybody just kind of got turned up.
yeah, it was passed around a lot. It was like Sonny.
What a way! That's a perfect way to end the episode right there, bro. Oh man, passed around like sunny days, man.
Sunny days.
This was like a bad matches / Jeff's wrestling stories episode, which I'm all for it.
Oh, I got to tell you this one too. My
Yeah,
bad.
go ahead.
So Michelle at first, dude. This is why I say what you want to about CM Punk. I one of her first times she's getting a performance in Daytona, so all of her family's close. It's a house show.
Yeah.
So she's got us front row, and she's like, "Hey, be fans. It's a house show. Heckle, do the whole nine." Well, CM Punk's, I mean, just major heel at the top. Though. I mean, and we're from here to that mirror from him, dude. Packed ass house, sitting there, me and my girlfriend, my mom and dad, and whatnot. And after he gets the pin, he stands up on the ropes and he's pointing. I said, "You suck." And he said, "You're fat." And just like that, right? Doesn't miss a lick, and I'm rolling, right? Yeah. So after the show, she gets us. We're backstage, and we're getting to meet people for the first time. It's kind of cool. And he's got a hoodie, and she walks by. And she's like, "Hey, Phil." And he turned around and said, "Hey, this is my brother." He goes, "Oh, shit." I was like, "No, I'm good." Right? And he just laughed. And then I ran into him at Mania in March. And, dude, they meet 1 billion people. Yeah. I was like, "I don't know if you." He's like, "Oh, dude, I remember I called you fat in front of all them people." I was like, "Yes,
That
you
is
did,
awesome.
dude." It was so he's super cool, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
I've heard
cool.
genuine
Cool. Yeah,
cool.
dude.
I'm a fan of Punk.
That's one of your favorites.
Yeah, he didn't miss a
Yeah.
beat, bro.
Yep.
You suck. He said, "You're fat." Yeah, you got me, dog.
This right here is even better.
He
See,
did.
that's one thing wrestling they don't
The
get
hand
credit
movements
for.
and everything.
Yeah, physically, there's physical spec. And
You
all
gotta
that,
be
but-
quick, bro.
But you got to be
Quick
so
wit.
quick-witted
Oh, yeah.
and everything.
For
too.
Not all of them are, but Punk definitely is one of them ones.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
yeah.
can go off the hip.
Yeah.
Like they can, yeah. But yeah,
Good stuff.
this
Great
has been
episode.
awesome, man. So
Hell
we've done.
yeah.
Y'all can count them. This has been 3 episodes in a row, 3 weeks in a row. We've had Jeff on the pod, man.
In the same hoodie.
I'm
Yeah.
glad. I'm
all
glad we was able to get him. He's about to move.
Yes.
He's about to move, and he won't be coming to Nashville near as much because he'll be. He's got other stuff going on, but we was able to make it happen before.
Yeah,
we
thank
left.
you so much for coming in and
Yeah,
shooting
thank
shit
you.
with
I'm
us.
coming back, man. I'm for real.
Whenever you
This
come
is
back in the
fun,
city,
dude.
bro, just let us know.
Super
We'll make it
fun.
work. We'll
We'll
get our
ma-
schedules.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll make it happen, Captain.
You're welcome anytime.
And y'all be sure to follow him. We'll put his links in the episodes just like we have in the other two. So
Yep.
appreciate everybody, man. Hopefully
sir.
everybody has a good first week of December. And if y'all have the time, come out to the birthday bash December 6th.
Yeah, be there, be
And,
square.
Yeah, man, we appreciate y'all. Shout out to Trouble Spirits, Revolution One Media, the Gaggle of Wrestlers.
Shout out Christmas tree cakes, and we out this motherfucker.
Oh,